Hi, how are you?
Hello.
How was your week? Tell me about your week.
It went okay. I did the homework you told me to do. Um, I ended up realizing that nobody really is laughing at me. Like I told you last time that it felt like people were laughing at me the whole time. So I did the homework and I realized that nobody really is, and it seems to be a feeling I get, but I don't really see people doing it. So that that's what I got out of it.
Okay, so you did get to the homework, which is awesome. It's amazing. It shows that you are working towards, you want to start feeling better, which is great. Do you mind if I just take a couple of notes during our session? It helps me to be clear on where we're at. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so uh, how did that make you feel to know that maybe nobody was really laughing and
Well,
versus last week?
a little confused, but it made me realize that maybe it's something else. Maybe it's just a feeling I get, but it's caused by something else and not the actual action of someone staring at me or laughing at me.
So, can you tell me when did you first get the idea that students might have been staring or laughing?
Well, I first got the idea when I was still with my mom, but then when I moved into my dad's, it kind of started happening more. I just felt like people were looking at me and laughing at me. It was just really, I felt like I was attacked, like people were judging me for some reason. But
Okay, so when you realized this week that you know things were a little might not have been what you thought it was, um, how was your week different?
well, I wore less clothing. I usually wore a lot of clothing, kind of cover myself up. I mean, I still wear long sleeves, but not as much as before. But I guess that changed.
Well, I mean, it is a little hot, and I might be all off, but it's a little warm for long sleeve um, during this time of year.
Well,
You want to tell me some more about that?
well, I guess when I was younger and living with my mom towards the end, I guess sometimes I would hurt myself a little bit, and I guess I'm ashamed of that. So
Okay. So what were you feeling during those times? Tell me, if you can go back in your body during those times and tell me some of the feelings you were having. What were your feelings?
well, confused, sad, unhappy.
Okay.
But yeah,
And then what did you do to make yourself feel better?
I guess that kind of it didn't help, but I guess I feel like it probably would have, but it didn't. It was stupid. But I guess that's what I went and did. But I guess it's not the right thing. It's just a bad time. So
And how many times have you done this to feel better?
like 3 times, and I still have the scars, so
Okay.
I cover them.
You cover them. You cover them because you feel like others, people might stare at it, and your father might ask you some questions, right? Okay. Well, I'm really sorry that happened to you. What's going on with your mom and everything. Um, it's very normal for people to feel, extremely overwhelmed or have a lot of emotions when it comes to, living in a household that may be a little bit dysfunctional. So, I give you a lot of courage to sit here across from me and tell me that. Thank you for telling me that. We're going to talk a little bit more about the cutting because I'm concerned about that. Tell me some ways that you think that you can cope better. Like when you start feeling some stress, tell me some ways that you think that you can cope without cutting yourself.
Maybe draw
Drawing, you like to draw, okay?
or write.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, read or do something else.
Okay. Those are all good. Those are all good. So when it's happening right at the time, you know, if you don't have paper and pencil and everything to draw and to do that, what else might you do?
I can count to 10 and breathe.
I think that's been a little too generous.
I guess sometimes I forget to breathe.
He was
That
like
sounds silly.
Steven Spielberg of his
That's
day.
not silly. That's not silly at all. Actually, the fact that you brought that up is really insightful. You know, because breathing has a way of calming people down, and then you'll have enough time to like think about, you know, your actions, what you want to do, without harming yourself. You're really good at, you know, telling me about your feelings and expressing yourself and, you know, being observant, you know.
So I wasn't.
I'm afraid that you might be really hyper aware of how you feel and maybe focusing on that a little bit more than,
But I'm not going to get it until I have to take it February 17th.
more than that's helpful. So my tiny homework for you is to,
I have 4 hours.
when you have a feeling, you know, maybe
Miss one of my
give
classes.
yourself maybe 5 or 10
Classes
minutes,
reviewing.
and then after those 5 or 10 minutes, maybe you go do something else to get you out of yourself, get you out of your head. You know,
Not probably,
and that might help. So, for example, this week, if you're feeling just very, very strong emotion,
You know what? It's
you
not
know,
even that.
you
He
can
just
around your room and pace and throw things and, you know, whatever. But then after that 5 minutes, you know, maybe you can even set a timer. You can go do something else. You can take a walk. You can do something where, you know, you're maybe not sitting in that feeling for as long.
Or gives me the notes for the wrong speech class.
Oh yeah, the wrong speech
Okay.
class.
Well,
It's like,
thank you for coming today.
It was all like
You know,
blank.
we went through a
This
lot,
computer ran out
and
of ink and he never knew.
appreciate it.
Computer ran out of ink. That's not even a thing.
Oh my god. It's pretty.